Ugh. Yep. Hello, Eileen. Hi, JD. Hi, Karen. What is up? How y'all doing on this fine night? Whew. They want in now.
Knock it off.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to chill. If anybody's interested, Stacy's making more resin. Okay, let's see. Which ones do I want out of here? Don't want this one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. So I want these 4. Don't want these 3. Kind of like the sunflower. Take that one. Yeah, over on Pink Poodle. She's pouring more resin onto plastic. Not exactly sure what the end result is going to be, but she's got a whole bunch of it mixed up. I was just over there for a little bit saying hi. You know, to Janie and them. Keep that one. I don't want any of those. Definitely want these 2. Kind of undecided about the buffalo. I definitely like the hot rod and the guitars. I'll keep those. Still not sure about the buffalo. Hi, Tina. Goody, there's more little ones in here. I like it. And I have to cut into that, though. I think I can live with myself. Kind of sucks because the ones I want are down here. Is there double that image? No. Oh, well, I would be cutting into that. That wouldn't drive me crazy at all. I could cut into that. All right. I think I'm pretty close to done on this one anyway. Get rid of the trash. All right. So is anybody making anything? Anything new? And that doesn't have a lace doily on it? Because I'm getting really tired of looking at lace doilies, guys. I might keep this Midway one too. Definitely not the Liberty Bell. Seems like everybody and their mother is like wrapping journals in lace doilies right now. Don't get me wrong, I like a good lace doily. But really? I love this calendar. Look at these images. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that one. That? Oh. I am getting ready to do a series of little journals. And I'm thinking I'm going to use these as the covers. Some of these. Because, like, if I put it on a book, this would be my cover. That's the best part of the image. See, again, that's the best part of the image. So I'm thinking I might use these on these little journals. I'm not so fond of this as the best part, but this is a good part. I hate when the best part of the image is on the left, because then you can't use it on a book. See, like this? This one's on the wrong side too, but it would still be there, you know? Let me see if I got those little books. Let's see if they work. Hello, little books, where did I put you? I just gutted you. I know you're here someplace. Little books I gutted. I can't believe I lost my little books. Well, you know, you could look in your little book box. Yes. There they are in my little book box. Yep, yep. See, I think it would be the perfect size. Let's take one out. This one's already separated, so let's take this. It's a little small. So I would have to cut this out and then put it, I could do a transfer onto a piece of white muslin and do a piece of book cloth on white muslin. Just do a transfer. Or I could take the image and have it blown up. Or I could use it on the inside, because that would work on the inside. It would be perfect for the inside. Yep, I think maybe I will put it on the inside with like a really dark midnight bluish colored cover, I think. Okie dokie, that's a plan. All right. And this one, I think I'm pretty much done with this one because these images are all too big for really anything that I want to use them for. Yep, too big. I'm done with that one. Ah. Let me see. Karen is starting an underwater scene. Watched some old doilies today. Probably turning them up anyway. Yeah, you know what? Stacy gets a lot of messages every day. Yeah, you got to try calling. Because, like, sometimes if you call her, I've noticed this, like, if I message Stacy, sometimes she doesn't check her messages. But if I call her, like, she'll see that she missed a call and she'll get right back to me. So always try that.
Oh.
Yeah, you can on the Facebook. If you have her on your Facebook, there's a phone button. If you click on that phone button, it will tell her that she's missed a call if she doesn't answer. So, like, if you message her through IM, you can click on the phone and it will put a phone call through Messenger. And she still may not answer it, but at least she'll know she got the call and she'll know to go back and check it. Never called anyone. Okay, well, you know. But yeah, she's got a lot of stuff going on when you consider all the stuff that she has to do for classes and everything, and you know, all her Patreon stuff and everything. She does a lot of work in the course of a week. And right now, without the creative reuse open, and I don't know if Barbara, have they reopened that yet? Have they reopened her creative reuse yet? Because I know some places are opening like anything retail, and some places aren't. No, they haven't yet, huh? Well, I'm glad I could educate you there, Tina. Yes, you can face chat with them too. If you push the little camera button at the top of the chat, it does a face chat. Yeah, JD, just be patient. She will get back to you. It may just take her a while, but she'll get back to you. She always does. I know, honey, but you just have to have patience. Patience is a virtue. My ex-husband used to butt dial everybody. Oh my God, he was so bad at it. My mom used to joke around that, he was going to be that guy that got accidentally hit by a car
in a parking lot.
in a parking lot. Then one day it actually happened.
He dropped his keys.
He dropped his keys on the phone, bent over to pick them up, and somebody backed over him. Oh, God, I love him. All right. I'm trying to figure out what to do with these. I have a whole bunch of this. About 20 or so, I guess, of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. Oh, I had a few more of those than I thought. So this must be a bundle of 22. 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29 of those. Only 2 of these. Okay, they're ugly colors anyway. I think I'm gonna work on these. Yes, Miss JD, they are bracelets. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to use them for something or if I'm going to give them away. Because I have a plethora of them. My youngest daughter likes to make them. So I have bunches and bunches and bunches of them. And I'm thinking about possibly turning them into like bookmarks for my journals. But I'm just worried that they might be too long. If I add stuff to the end and make that fall over, then they're like over a foot long. So maybe I will cut these to make them even. Let's see if that works. So that makes them about 11.5 inches. So if I put like a big ring through the top, and I put some like charms on this, like this part would fold over the top of the journal. And that takes them down to about 8 inches to the knot, 8.25 inches to the knot. So that would be like right for a journal, for your average size journal. So maybe I will do something with these. Maybe, who knows? Yeah. Some kind of, well, here's the thing. We're always looking for some way to connect dangles to the book. And not necessarily like by poking a hole in the book, because that never really works out the way we want it to. And if we do lacing We can't necessarily hook onto the laces because it would slide down at least a third of the way down the book or like a quarter of the way down the book. So we don't want to do that. So my answer is to put something in the book that can be used sort of as a bookmark and that will still allow you to hook your dangle to it. And so I was thinking this might be a good idea for that. But they're very dangly. And they're very bright. So I was in Michael's the other day, and I don't usually shop in Michael's because, it's Michael's. But the hag said we needed paint, so I had to go get some paint. And I found these, and I kind of fell in love with them. Like at first I was like, oh, all right. Now I'm kind of in love with these things. So I got these. They're called paper clips. Look at how cute these things are. How stinking cute is this? They're like these little fat, short paper clips. And you gotta love the, it's like a daddy and a mommy and a little baby paper clip too. I kind of wish they only, they sold just a box of these little ones because I really don't think I like the big one as much as I like the little one. And I'm okay with the middle one. But the big one, I'm not as thrilled with this one. But these two I love, and I have to figure out something to do with them now. And I can't just make altered paper clips because I'm vehemently opposed to using this form of a spring for a paper clip because it catches on stuff. Who knows? I might just take them back. In a week when we're allowed. Hey, come here. Come here, you little booger. There you go. I'll make a 3 Bears journal and just put them in a 3 Bears journal. Well, if I can't use it, I take it back. I'm infamous for taking stuff back. All right. So I am going to cut this down, I think, and use it as a liner on the inside of these books. Because I think it's just the right size. And I have no idea what I'm going to do on the outside. But let's cut one of these down and see what it looks like. Oh, here he comes, my co-host. Come on, Harry. Figures the cutter's not long enough, right? Why is it no cutter is ever long enough? Square enough? He'll be up in a second. The dogs are outside. He's still trying to convince the world that he's a dog. Okay, so now I have the image minus all of the extra stuff. You can see how much bigger it actually is on the inside of the book. So if I put that on, tuck it down, I think it's going to be perfect size. I think it's just the right size, guys. I think if I cover this book with book cloth, and then I put this in here, I'm probably going to want to line it on something though, like maybe wallpaper, because it is just, it's like magazine thickness, a little thicker than a magazine. So maybe if I put a piece of this onto a piece of wallpaper and then put the wallpaper in, I think will make it a little bit more sturdy. And then I can sandwich the Tyvek between the wallpaper and the book. I think. And how wide is my little spine? So just about a hair over a half an inch. So maybe go 4/8 by 7. 6 7/8. So go 3/8 by 6 7/8. That sounds like a good, reasonable number. Aw, honey. I'm sorry, JD. Harry, come here. Come here. People are calling you. Kitty, kitty. Come on. Come on. Get up here, say hello to everybody. Everybody wants to see kitty butt. Everybody wants to see your kitty butt. They want to see your kitty butt. Get up here and say hi to everybody. Hello. Yes. Hello, Harry. Do you need treaties? Of course you do. There you go. That ought to keep you busy for about 3 minutes, if that long. Give me this, so it's out of your way. Yep. So I bought a whole set of these little Webster's books. They were in a box, and they're all small like this. I'm going to do a whole series of books with them. There. Here's to Harry. Now, Harry's a little redder than he looks on the camera, because he's got Bengal in him. Oh, God, you ate him, fatty. You ate him, fatty. You did. You ate them all, fatty butt. I'm going to lift this up so that you can't hit the camera, because I know you. You like to hit the camera. And you're going to wrap your tail around it anyway. You're such a turd, Harry. What? What? We need Harry time, huh? I know. I know. I'm just going to start calling this the Harry hour. Yes. No, no, don't play with that. That's my bracelet. You leave that alone. You leave that alone, little boy. Leave it alone. You're a rotten cat. Yes. Well, if you guys could ever see his face, which he will not let me show on camera, his face is much redder than the rest of him. He has the orange little muzzle and stuff. And his tummy's very red too. We get to see his tummy occasionally. But I tried to show his face a couple weeks ago, and he like does everything he can to avoid his face being on the camera. It's ridiculous. Everybody wants to see your cute little kitty face. Yeah, everybody's tired of seeing your butt. You're just tired of your butt, mister. Can you say hello? Can you put your face over here? Can you look up here? Hey, up here, up here. Look, 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 look. There's a face. Show me your face. Come on, show me your face. Do not steal those. I know you. No. All right. Hello, Vicky. He needs his catnip, right? Yep. Time for catnip. Daddy, can you get him some catnip?
This is time here. Sorry. Give me a minute. Let me finish this guy.
Okay. Daddy's gonna get you some catnip. You need some catnip, you fat cat. You big old lazy fat cat. Look at, look at, look at. Oh, 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 there was a brief second of face. All right, let me see. All right, so jelly pens. I think it depends on what you're looking for as far as what you're going to be using them for. Let me see. See if this is the right box. This is the right box. So, like my jelly pens, these are pen gear because they're just jelly roll pens. But like for art stuff, I use these, and these are called glaze. And so these, when you use them, they look glossy. So if you stamp an image, let me see if I have any stamped images handy. Probably not. Ooh, I don't want to waste that. Hold on. Let me take a look here. So let's say we do something that you can actually see it on. Here we go. We'll do a seed pack. So with these, like, let's say you want to make these flowers pop out. You can come in, and usually I would do this with a stamped image. I'm not going to do this whole thing, but I will give you the highlights. So if I was going to come in and let's say this was a stamped image and I wanted to color it and I wanted to make it look more dimensional, I can come in with these. Fill in my area. And because of the way they're done, I can get a three-dimensional look with them. So they are pricey. I will give you that. I think this was like $12 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pens. But you literally get a three-dimensional look out of the item. So you can see now it doesn't have that flat look and it pops up. Night, Vicky. Yeah, Amazon has them. I'm pretty sure that's where I ordered these from. But like you can see, it's been there for a while. It doesn't look dry, but it is dry. It's dry. It just doesn't look dry because it has that 3D look to it, but it really pops. And of course, if I had, time to sit here and do this, I could do all of the roses on this and all the leaves and stems and everything and come in with the black and give it the highlight, but I don't have time to do that. And these are expensive, so I don't waste them. But yeah, I like those, and I use them in combination with just the glittery gel pens. So like if I wanted to come in and just put in a little bit of glitter on like the stems and leaves. So I can really make it pop and glitter all at the same time. Let me see if the shimmer will come up. Yeah, a little bit of the shimmer comes up. But it is totally dry. So it is completely dry to the touch. And it doesn't lose that glossy look to it either. Now I have to put this away and figure out what I'm going to do with that rose. I'll put it in something. Come on. On your own. Come on. You ready? How much are they going for right now, Arlene? You pull that light down just so you can get a fly, and I'm going to crack you behind. JD's back. Okay, time for you to go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Silly kitty. I see all the letters. Arlene is lost in Amazon land. Oh, the metallics are only $10.79. Very cool. I will have to get a set. See, now you're going to send me over there to Amazon land. Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I do that sometimes. I look over and Amy is just like, she's been quiet forever, and I look and she is down the Pinterest rabbit hole. The regular ones are only $8.79. Very cool. But I think you'll like them, Arlene. I really do. I didn't think I was going to like them as much as I do like them. And I am literally a watercolor pencilaholic. Like, that's what I've always used to kind of bring color up on things. And I bought these and just, wow. I don't like the limit to the colors, but I have found that if you work quickly and they are wet, you can blend colors. Enablers. It's not our fault, really. Come on. I mean, seriously, though? When you look at that, how much does that add to a project? You know, it brings it up. Now, if you like glitter, Arlene, but you don't like glitter, let me see if I can dig it out real quick. I'm sure you're right there. There it is. So you guys have seen me use this quite a few times on stuff. There's a product on the market called Link of Stella. A lot of card makers use it. And all it does is add glitter to something. And it's expensive. Way expensive. And I don't like to pay for it. So, being the true cheap individual that I am, frugal individual that I am, I make my own. And I can add this to anything that I want. And you'll often see me using this on something. I don't know if I can get the camera to show this, but it doesn't show up so good on white on the camera. Nope, doesn't show up so good on white. Let me see if I got a piece of black here. We'll try it on a piece of black. Yep, it'll show up better on black. Because like here, that's sparkling like crazy. But Get that dry. There we go. See the glitter? It's literally just mounds of glitter. Yep. Oh, yeah. I love doing that. I used to do that when I was a kid. So what it is a tube. I bought it at Michael's. I've had the damn tube forever. It's called iridescent medium, and it's an acrylic medium that you add to acrylic paint, and you just put like a lima bean size drop in a little bit of water, and you shake it and shake it and shake it and shake it, and it just adds this like mother of pearl-esque kind of glitter to everything. So you can just brush it on, and because you're using water, it's clear. It does dry clear. It just dries with that whole, whatever you touch with it is going to have that sheen, that glossy, glimmery, sparkly sheen. But that's my homemade Wink of Stella. I tried putting it in the brush. A lot of people said you can put it in a water brush, and I've tried several water brushes. But to be honest with you, water brushes and me don't get along. I have multiple water brushes, and no matter what I do with them, I don't care what I put in them, it doesn't work. And I have lots of them in all kinds of sizes and different manufacturers. And this one actually has iridescent medium in it. And no matter what I do, I can't get it to go down to the bristles. Come in, get wet. I'm squeezing the living crap out of this thing. Nothing goes to the bristles. Yeah, it's shimmery like eye color. I don't think anybody successfully uses water brushes. Like, I don't understand. Like, I bought a whole bunch of these things when I was a card maker, and I tried everything. Like, this one has a bead in it because somebody said, well, if you put a bead in it, that helps. And I was like, okay. So we tried the bead. And then they said you have to squeeze the tube. So I squeezed the tube. Nothing. Nothing comes out. I usually just end up dipping it in the jar. So you only put water in it. But see them, like I do have one that I can use that I only use water with, and I use it with my watercolors, my watercolor pencils. And it's a little one like this. And I just have water in it, and I just use it on when I'm using my watercolor pencils. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I know it's going to put out such a little amount of water that it's okay. And why is it that these all screw on and off backwards? Does anybody else notice that? Every one of them, don't care where they come from, they screw off backwards. Because righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, on this is lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. What's the deal with that? Somebody want to explain it to me? Because I don't understand it. Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, that's my homemade Wink of Stella. And if you want to color it, you want it to be other colors, you just have to add a little drop of acrylic paint to it in whatever color you want, so you can make it any color to match anything that you're working on. I typically tend to do that in a palette. I'll take and put a little bit of this with a pipette, put it into the palette, add a tiny drop of paint, and then just mix it through, and then it comes out any color that I want with that actual shimmer in it. Right? It's just bad plumbing, man. Oh no, he's back. Hey, honey, how are you? What's up, puss puss? What? I'm gonna make you all glittery. Come here, I'm gonna make you glittery. Paint your ears. Paint your ears glittery. Put this all over you. You don't even care, do you? Nope, not really. Yeah, you think that's a toy, don't you? Don't you even think about it, buddy. That's my boy right there. I'm gonna low jack his butt. What? Oh, aren't you a cutie patootie? No, you're a pain in the patootie is what you are. An absolute pain in the patootie. Huh. Now I'm going to show everybody your face. I am. I'm going to show them your face. Look. Not going to happen, huh? But I'm going to rub your tummy. Show me your face. No? You're such a brat. Go on. Oh, you little thief. Give that back. You're a thief, Harry. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come here, I want to make you beautiful. I want to make you beautiful and sparkly. There, now you're gorgeous. Now you're gorgeous. He really doesn't care what I do to him. Get your head out of there. Goony cat. You're weird. You're a weird, weird cat. I've had Harry jump up here when I have like wet paint on a sheet of glass and I'm making prints, and he will walk through it because he's a bad kitty. Bad, bad kitty. Huh. JD thinks that I should paint you red, white, and blue for Memorial Day, for 4th of July. What do you think? Should I make you red, white, and blue? I could do it, you know. Just make the whole top of you red, this part white, and I'll make your butt all blue. What do you think? Not into it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I ended up with kitty prints in my work. Because much like a jelly plate, as it starts to dry, no matter what you do, you cannot get more paint on it. Because that first part is already starting to kind of get tacky. So it's not like you can mush paint together. So no matter what you print after that until you clean the glass, it's kitified. He's like, and what's your problem? You have to get down. It has to happen. Are you aware? I know. Come on. Oh. So I'm going to finish these. And I have a couple of pokey tools that I'm working on. I have a video coming out tomorrow. What is tomorrow's video? Good question. Let me look in the book. In the book, tomorrow is, let's see, the 20th. It is a mini legal pad writing set. And then there's Thursdays at 3. I haven't decided on a project yet, guys. So if there's something y'all want to do, let me know. And I will be happy to do it. We've done pocket letters. We've done string art. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll do some magnets. I'm going to do magnets. Yeah, no parades this year. That's for sure. Unless they can run the parade down the street, people can park on the side of the road and stay socially distanced. Now, they did open the drive-in here. Vegas actually has one of the last drive-ins in America. And they opened it. It opens this weekend. And so we can start seeing movies again. As long as, we stay 6 feet away from other people. They prefer that you stay in your car, but you can sit outside your car as long as you are within your zone, your parking space kind of thing. And you're 6 feet away from the person next to you, and they're going to park every other space kind of thing. But at least it's open. So at least I can go see a movie. Very late on these. And tips. Every one of them look turd. Yeah, I'm lucky. My drive-in is literally like 10 minutes down the road. And they still let us bring in food and stuff. So we usually stop at like Jack in the Box or Burger King or something, or Kentucky Fried Chicken, and grab a bucket of chicken or something like that. And we take the cooler and some chairs. And usually my daughter comes up and meets us with all the kids in the truck. And yeah. Wednesday, all my videos drop at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. my time. So 10 Mountain, 11 Central, noon on the East Coast. Yeah, that's where I saw the original Star Wars too. I am going to be doing a Star Wars journal. And I have some other things that I'm going to be putting together, specifically, JD, they're right up your alley, and I will let you know when I get them done. I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on. I am going to be doing a Star Wars journal. So if I do the Star Wars journal, I will probably do that live. Because I'm making a Star Wars journal for my son. I'm just still collecting stuff. I got some fabric from Michelle Evans, sent me some Star Wars fabric that I can use for the cover. So I'm going to make book cloth and then do that. And then I just have to kind of work out what I'm putting on the insides of it. You know the best thing about a drive-in? Popcorn is cheap. Comparatively, it's cheap. It's like our drive-in is if you pay when you go in, if you get the bucket when you go in, they charge you $5 for the extra large bucket and you get a free refill. I don't know how they're going to run the concession stand at the drive-in, but it is open. I was by there today and they were getting it all cleaned up, getting the marquee changed and everything. Yes, you can smoke. You can eat whatever you want. The sequel, prequel, remake, yeah. You can eat whatever you want. You can smoke. And if your kids take you off, you can throw them back in the car. And you don't have to even leave the movie. You just look at them and go, get in the car. Because I said so. Now get in the car. And nobody even gets mad at you. All right, so we'll probably work on a project for these. We'll probably do something with these. Probably some kind of dangle for a book or something. So look for that coming out soon. I've almost exhausted all of the videos that I had pre-posted. I will be going back. It's going to be a couple of weeks because when I spoke to the people at my Tuesday morning, they said it's going to be at least 2 weeks before trucks start, like around the first of the month. They're going to start rolling trucks. So they will have nothing new for at least 2 weeks. Scavenger to the thrift store today was a waste of time because the store that was open, they didn't have anything new. They literally left everything that was old on their shelves. They did not stock anything. And Goodwill has been stocking stuff on a regular basis. They have not yet opened their bin centers, but that's supposed to be next week that they're going to open the bin centers. So I will head to the bin centers and see if there's anything there. And then the lady I buy my returns from, she does not have anything right now, and she has been told by the places that she buys from that it's going to be at least till the first of the month before she's able to buy any returns. They're just not processing anything in or out right now because they just don't want to have their people on the floor. So Scavengers will return. It's just going to be a little bit of a slow process. But once everything gets settled, I think we'll get back to pretty much being our normal. You guys will get a video on Monday for thrift stores and scavengers and any estate sales I did over the weekend, and then Tuesday will be my regular late night lunatics and one witch and a crazy lady. Wednesday will be scavenger for Tuesday morning. Thursday or Friday will be a project video, and then I will be live at some point Saturday or Sunday. So we'll go back to our regular schedule. Fairy stickers. Yes, you don't have to watch the movie. Fairy stickers. What kind of fairy stickers? Be a little more specific. Now, I did just get, in my last sticker haul, I did get one fairy sticker. I don't know if you saw that one, but it was a big purple sticker kind of thing, and it's jointed, so you can pose it. I did get that. That's in the shop. I do have, I think I have some fairies. Let me just pull No, honey, I'm here for a little while. You want silly fairies. Well, I can tell you what I do have coming in, Arlene. I just don't know when they're going to be here, but I do have some. They're not stickers per se, but I do have my mini fairies. I don't think I have any in the shop right now, but I do have these coming in. They're kind of cute. Silly, huh? No silly. You said not. Okay, not silly. All right, let me see. I did. Let me look real quick. Now, I don't know if these would be of interest, Arlene, but let me hold them up here. Get them out of the plastic so they don't get glare. But let me hold them up so you can see. I have these. But I have a couple of sets of these, so I could get rid of one of those. But I just get I got one of those in. And I don't know. Let me look and see what I might have. Because I did just put a whole bunch of stuff in inventory. But I really haven't looked, like, I haven't listed anything, but I did put stuff in inventory. I just haven't put it in the shop. So let me see real quick. I'll look in my stickers and see what I have. Stickers. Game night, Red Riding Hood. I got the purple fairy. Oh, those are all babyish. Dee, 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 dee. Hold on, I got about 300 stickers here. I got to go look through. Yeah, so right now it looks like what I do have is I do have the mini fairy cards. And I only have the one set, but I believe I have, they sent me some and I wasn't happy with them. But if you need them, I will send them to you. Let me see if I have any more. I got lots of pinup girls. Here we go. So these are very similar to the little fairy cards, but these are almost like they're on photo paper. They're almost like on canvas. But these are cute little like garden fairies, and they're all different sizes. And I ordered these from a different company than I order my normal ones from. And so these came in and they weren't really entirely what I was looking for. So if you need them, honey, I will be happy to send you a set of these. I've got quite a few sets of them, actually. I just didn't want to put them in the store just yet because they're not to the standard of stuff that I would normally put in there. So if you want them, I will give them to you. Because some of them are really nice, but others not so much. They're off center is what it is. And I don't like them when they're off center. Okay, babes, I will put these by your wand, which I have right here. I'll carefully put away for you. Okay, I will put these with your wand. So I know that they're going to you, and I'll send you these ones too. We'll work that out later. Yes, yes, I made all of these little cases that the wands go in, and they have the little slot at the top for the piece, and then your wand fits right inside. This is Arlene's wand. She already picked it out. And this is her little registration number and her certificate of authenticity. It goes in here. And then this just slides in, all the way out the bottom. And the wand's all put away. Wait a minute, Laura, I got something to show you. You're going to love this. All right, ready, Laura? All you have to do is just cut it right here and like that, and then you just put a little glue right there and right there, and then you just flip this over like this and do a little flippy flip like that, okay? And then you just put this in like this, and you just go like that and go like this. And watch, ready? Boom. Really just got to finish this off. There we go. Okay. I'll show you without the wand. So these are boxes that I make for the wands. And all it is just a piece of paper, and I pre-cut my flaps and I angle them. So they're glued down here and here and right here. So I pop this up, which creates my bottom. And then I pop this part out, which creates my top. And you just kind of roll it into itself. And it all just pops together. And then this is the belly band that goes around it to hold the wand. Hey, y'all, don't laugh. I made good money doing this for a very long time. I used to make these boxes for people's weddings and stuff. And so I can make a box that does this in a bunch of different sizes. Um, but I actually made these not for my wands. I made these for somebody else who wanted them for wands that they were making out of like fallen tree branches. And so I had a few that were like my tests, and this was one of my test ones. And so I kept it. And I actually have a stack of them. Thank you very much. Yes. I am Beelzebub. Okay, so what do I have for JD? I have some stuff I pulled out, JD, I think you're going to like. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? There it is. So the wands that I make, they're called fantasy wands. And so I have some things that I'm going to, that I would normally, like when I sell these to kids, you know, for kids. So the first thing we do is we do the pamphlet, The Wizard's First Wand, endorsed by Ollivanders from the Ministry of Magic. And inside it tells you all about the law, what if somebody steals it, using your wand underwater, so on and so forth. Just a cute little pamphlet thing. So I give those to the kids when I sell them a wand. And well, you know, everybody needs to have one of these. This is a registered wand carrier permit. And on the back here, it's your regulatory commission. You have to put all your stuff here that you have the right to use a wand. And it comes with a little self-laminating piece. So you can actually make an ID card out of it. These are quite adorable. This is the wand permit application for the Magical Congress of the United States of America, which must be filled out in green ink, by the way. Yeah, it tells you all kinds of information that you have to put on there, and it goes in this cute little sleeve. I give those out to the kids. And the Ministry of Magic identification cards. Which looks a bit like a passport, you know. So we do all of this so that you have your ID card and your wand permit and your applications and your cards and everything. And so, yeah, it's a whole big thing I do for little kids when I give them to them. And then they get this little certificate. This is to certify that the wizard, whatever their name is, has the permission and training required to maintain and care for the below-named magical creature. Signed by Amos Diggory. So they get a certificate that they can name a creature. And of course, everybody needs a detention notice. So everybody gets one of those. And they get questions 1 through 12 of the OWL exams. So I'm going to send a copy of all of this to JD because she's my big Harry Potter fan. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with the kids when I go to do certain events. You know, we let them kind of put their hands on all the wands and touch them, and you know, because a wizard's got to find the wand that works for them, right? So when I pulled out the wands, when Amy pulled the wands out, I went to look for the cases, and And they're just felt and they're blanket stitched on the edges. And then we just have the little tuck that goes in them. And I found the boxes and I was like, oh, those are cute too. I need the boxes. I should pull some of the boxes. So I pulled out some of the boxes. And when I pulled out the boxes, this was underneath it. So I was like, oh, I know somebody who would love all that stuff. I did a whole series of Harry Potter ornaments for my daughter for Christmas last year. Oh, Kristen's now driving, so she's in lurking mode. You got a witch's hat in the mail? I think not watching Harry Potter is pretty much un-American. My mom saw every one of them. She would take, till we moved to Nevada, she took my son for the opening, and she always took him to Grauman's Chinese Theater up in Hollywood. And they would go up there and watch it on the premiere weekend. And they saw every single one of those movies together. And for a long time, my son wouldn't see Fantastic Beasts because he was like, that's kind of my thing, and my mother had passed away. He finally saw it. He watched it with his daughter. He watched it with Lily Bell. I don't know. It's just something about the Harry Potter movies. Like, sometimes you watch, like, let's say Charmed. You watch Charmed and you're like, okay, that's ridiculously stupid stuff. But, like, the magic that they do in Harry Potter, for 90% of the movie, it's all, like, with a purpose. Like, I think the first movie, like, one of the only spells you see in the whole movie is, like, when she fixes his glasses, which she does a lot in the first movie. Keanu Reeves moves. Okay, so if we put Keanu Reeves in one, you'll watch it. I do have to say, though, I was a little concerned about the casting. Like, Jude Law, I was okay with. But the casting of Johnny Depp as a primary character in Grindelwald was a little surprising to me, but I actually liked the way he played it. But that's something about Johnny Depp as an actor. He just becomes the character. And he became literally the written character of Grindelwald. Yeah, it's just something about him. He's a fantastic actor. And I remember watching him in 21 Jump Street years ago. And there was even back then, there was something about him, not the whole sex appeal image thing. There was just something about him, even in that show that far back, that you just knew he was going to do something. He was going to be something. And he's every character I've ever seen him play, he's not like right now you would think, okay, he's done how many Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Oh my God, he's, Captain Jack Sparrow. But he's not, because when you see him in something else, you see him as that character. He's extremely versatile and he transforms very rapidly from one thing to another, almost like a chameleon. And he looks nothing on screen like he does in real life. Now, see, I loved him in Edward Scissorhands. The only movie I've ever liked of Tom Cruise is that one where he kept getting killed in it, and that was because he just kept getting killed in it. To me, that worked because I can't stand Tom Cruise. There's nothing about that man I like. Oh, I love Tommy Lee. Nope, don't like Tom Cruise. Nope, 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 nothing about him. Now, I did like him. I will be honest. I did like him in one movie, Top Gun, and that was it. That was the only movie I liked him in, and that was because he was arrogant, but he was playing arrogant. But I don't like him in any of the Mission Impossible movies. I don't like him. I just don't like him in anything else. Like Risky Business, hated that movie. And I think I hated it because it was him. He's that good. That's right. I love Tommy Lee Jones. Yes, I liked him in that when he was playing with Nicole Kidman, with his wife. That was right before they got divorced, though. Like, I think that movie was like the end all. Yeah, you can hate John Travolta all you want, but he was on the Actors Studio. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they take him on and they like uh, used to be, I think, on PBS. And there's an English guy and he asks a series of questions. What was your role? What was your favorite role? You don't have to explain it. You just tell him. It's like the first thing that comes to your head, and it's taught in front of a group of students that are um, going to Juilliard. And I think the guy's name is Lipton, who does the interviews. And at one point, they open it up after they go through everything. They open it up to questions from the students. And one of the girls, she was like, I know every bit of it. Can I redo the dance from Pulp Fiction with you? And he was like, yeah. And he got up and he actually danced with her. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, there's your resume. I danced with John Travolta on national television. Yes, far and away. But I mean, it's seriously, that's a career maker right there. You put that on your resume as an actor or an actress, and you pretty much get the role. Let's see. Now, the one I like, don't tease me, Sam Elliott. Oh my God, I love me some Sam Elliott.
Now there's the man.
A voice. And I have to say that I waited my whole life to see Sean Connery in, oh, what the hell's the name of that movie, honey? League of Distinguished Gentlemen. Just to hear Sean Connery go, well, that was naughty. I had to rewind it and play it, rewind it and play it, rewind it and play it. I love that part. Yeah, I couldn't watch Eyes Wide Shut either. But I love me some Sam Elliott. And just to hear Sean Connery say, well, that was naughty. That made my year right there. There are just some things about movies that you're like, you'll wait your whole lifetime. Okay. Like back in the day, there was a movie, and it was the first of its kind. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like everybody in it was animated, yet they were themselves. It was like before the movie with all the blue people in it. It was like just before that. And it was, maybe it was called Skyrim or something like that. Huh?
Skyrim is the game.
But there was a movie, and Angelina Jolie and Jude Law were listed as like the two big celebrities in it. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. That's going to be like liquid sex on film. She was at the height of her career. He was just coming out of artificial intelligence, the movie Art AI, and he was very popular. And he had done Jude or Alfie. He had remade Alfie. He was like right at the top peak of his career. And this movie came out. It was all CGI. Like all the actors in it were computer generated, but they looked like themselves. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be. And they had like 2 seconds of screen time together. That was it. Yeah, they say Sean Connery is, but I don't know. His wife was with him for 35 years. What the best thing is about not having grandbabies here? Nobody eats my donuts. Yeah, he's a prick, but that voice. Oh my God. Yeah, Sam Elliott made a movie years ago. I don't think anybody even remembers it, but he actually played a kidnapper in the movie. And it was like kind of a sick, warped, twisted. They kidnapped a woman. He kidnapped a woman and kept her in a box with holes in it. And he kept her for like ever. And I don't think anybody even remembers that stupid movie. But and it was years ago. And that was the first I saw him in with Cher, and in the movie that Cher made. Oh, what the hell was the name of that movie? It was before Moonstruck, but after the one that she made about the power plant. Mask. Sam Elliott was in Mask, and I saw him in that. and he just had a small role, and I was like, I really liked what he did in it. And then I saw him in this other movie, and I don't think anybody even remembers the movie. But then I started seeing him in other things, and I've always loved everything that he's ever done. Yeah, Liam Neeson's another one that has a really cool accent. And see, I used to like Gerard Depardieu, his accent, but then he got fat and his voice changed. Mm. Will you pull my hair while you do it? Just a little harder, a little harder. We're almost there. But he used to have a nice, it was a French accent, but it was like a French Quebec accent. And it was very nice when he was younger. Then he got fat and his voice changed. Actually, Hags and I were talking about this the other day. Has anybody else noticed that, like, if you listen to an interview with, like, Mick Jagger or Ozzy, like any English singer, you can't understand a damn word they say, but the minute they open their mouth to sing, there is no accent. It's gone. It's like the weirdest thing. And that woman, the one that won the British version of the Star Search thing, she's the same way. You can't understand a word she says when she's talking, but the minute she starts to sing, you understand every single word she says. Because it's like automatically she speaks without an accent. Yeah, can't understand a word Ozzy says, but the minute he opens his mouth to sing, even to this day, if you saw him sing something live, he's perfectly normal voiced. But you can't understand a word you can't even understand when he screams his wife's name, for crying out loud. It's horrible. Horrible, I tell you, horrible. Oh yeah, Manchester? Ooh, that's a heavy act there. When I was a kid, we used to like to get my grandfather fired up because he had a really heavy Irish brogue. And he'd get yelling and you couldn't understand a word he said. It was funny. We loved it. My grandmother used to chastise the crap out of us. You kids, get away from your paw. All I know is he must have been cussing up a storm because she'd whack him with a broom handle. Oh, Amy left me. She got a bed and so she went to sleep. See? She gets to bed and all of a sudden, I'm chopped liver. She left me and she went to her bed. Oh no. You want some stickies, love? Mm. Oh. Mm. I was saying this the other day. When you go to a drive-through, it already sounds like they got a mouthful of marbles or something else. When they're already talking, and then you get up to the window, and now they're speaking at you through a mask with marbles in their mouth. So I copped an attitude today. Tell me if I was justified. I just want to hear this from impartial witnesses. So I have been dying for some Panda Express. If you don't know what Panda Express is, it's like the McDonald's of Chinese food.
That's pretty accurate.
So I tried to get Panda Express a few weeks ago, and they only had drive-through. So I pulled into the drive-through. There's like 4 cars behind me. And after we kind of go like around the corner, where they put the menu, there's only 5 items. They only have 5 items. They have their traditional fried rice and their chow mein, but then they only had 5 entrees, all of which I cannot eat. They have mushroom chicken. I'm allergic to mushrooms. They had Beijing beef. It has mushrooms in it. They had their honey walnut shrimp. I'm allergic to shrimp. Literally, like, I can't eat any of the 5 items. So we just went straight through the drive-through. Totally messed up the girl at the register. So I'm going by today, and all the restaurants opened here a week ago. Like, you can have dine in, but you have to have like a table between. You have to socially separate everybody 6 feet. So we're driving down the street, and Amy's hangry, and Mike hasn't eaten yet, and I haven't eaten yet, and it's like noon. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull in here. They can go over and get Firehouse Sub, and I will get my Panda Express. So they had it set up really cool. You went in the front door, and they had like a whole row of tables right there with the plexiglass thing, and they had the menu up, and you just ordered, and then they had you go around the side, and they brought your food out the side door, which is cool. So I was like, okay. So I go in and I looked at her and I said, do you have a full, is like, this is the full menu? She goes, uh-huh. I said, okay, cool. So I'll take a large plate, which is like half chow mein, half rice, or all rice or all chow mein, however you want that. And then 3 entrees. So I said, okay, I'll take all chow mein, and I want string bean chicken. And she goes, oh, we don't have any string bean chicken. I just asked you if you had the full menu. Yes, but we just ran out of the string bean chicken. I'm sorry. I said, okay, fine. She's wearing one of those little ear things. I think maybe somebody just said, no more string bean chicken. I don't know. So I was like, okay, so I'm looking at the menu, and there's only like 4 other items that I can eat. So I went, all right, I'll take the sweet fire chicken. And she goes, oh, we don't have any sweet fire chicken. Did I just ask you if you had a full menu and you told me yes? Twice. And now the 2 items that I want, you're telling me you don't have. So do you have a full menu? She goes, yes. I said, oh my God. Now I was aggravated. Was I justified? I was pissed. It's like I had one of those moments where I wanted to look at her and go, "Are you understand the words come out my mouth?" Then I got yelled at by the hags because I was being nasty. They make udon in some of them. Like if they're not real busy, they make like an udon soup. Oh my god, it is so good. But they stopped making their barbecue pork. They used to make the barbecue pork. They don't make the barbecue pork anymore. Barbecue pork was freaking bomb. And they don't do it anymore. Because I used to get the barbecue pork udon, or I get like the all chow mein and a barbecue pork and string bean chicken. But they stopped making the barbecue pork. And now they make this teriyaki chicken stuff that nobody likes. Because it's just basically barbecue chicken. And they give you a side of teriyaki sauce to put over it. And it's gross. Yes, I was trying to be nice where I was. I was trying to be very nice. But when I go in and I look at the menu and I go, "Do you have a full menu right now?" And she goes, "Yes, full menu." And I go, "Okay, I want this." And then she says, "We don't have that." And I go, "But you just said they had the full menu." "Okay, then let me have this instead." "Oh, we don't have that." "So really, do you have a full menu?" "Yes." "No." I felt like Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? No, who's on second? What's on first? I don't know. See, I can't not be ugly. I have I have no prejudice on this planet except stupidity. I hate stupidity in all its forms. Seriously, I went to the Savers today, and the only thing that I could find in the store that was new was like in the furniture section. Outside, they have like this little, they call it the yard sale. It's like all their furniture because it never rains here, so they don't worry about it. Um, but there, Mike and I want to get a bench for the front porch. It's not really a porch; it's like a sidewalk, where our door is, because it's flat. But it's kind of a large area. When you walk, like you come around the front of my house, you go up the side. My door is like at an angle here, but this area is all kind of semi-enclosed. So I wanted to put like a little bench here because the other night I ordered pizza, and the guy comes up to deliver my pizza, and he puts it on the ground. Touchless delivery, contactless delivery. He put my pizza on the ground. And I've had that same kind of issue. Like everything that we've ordered lately, they walk up and they put it on the ground. So I wanted to get like a bench so that when I order Grubhub or Lyft delivers or something like that, I can say, okay, put it on the bench so that my food's not on the freaking floor. And I don't know, call me silly. I don't like food off the ground.
Silly.
I know. Kiss it to God, 5-second rule, all that stuff. But no, I don't want my freaking pizza on the ground. So there was a bench, and I'm serious. This was like, we're talking picnic bench here, like a picnic table bench. There were two of them. Uh, they were about 5 feet long, if that, like 4.5 feet long, and maybe 18 inches tall. And it literally was like 3 planks of wood on an X. Okay. And so when they opened up the furniture area, Mike went out and he was standing there, and I asked Amy where he went. She said, "Oh, he's out in the furniture area." And I said, "Okay, let me go out there and deal with him real quick." So I went out there and I was like, so what are we looking at? And he had like 4 items. Well, he had asked the guy how much those benches were, and the guy was like $29.99. And Mike was like, $29.99? What? And he went, yeah. He goes, for the pair, right? He goes, no, each. Then he told some other lady they were like $29.99 for the set. So I don't think the guy even knew what he was talking about. But he said, so I had to go inside and talk to the manager, who I happen to know. And I was like, is boy smoking crack or what? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, he just wanted to charge $30 for a picnic bench, not a whole picnic table, like a bench. And I know if she was out there, that bench would have been $5.99 or $6.99. So they were like jacking up prices. And she looked at me, she goes, well, he's the furniture pricer, so what he says goes. I said, but you're supposed to be the store manager, Tish. So seriously, who's smoking crack here? Because somebody's smoking something and they're not sharing. And so Mike's standing there. I go back out and I was like, he's crazy. And Mike's got like a box that has one of those porch swings in it, and it's not opened. He's like, I'm going to find out how much this is. I was like, no, you're not. Because if they want $30 for that bench, that's a $200 swing you're looking at, buddy.
Here's a thought. My next question was what kind of drugs he was smoking and flew me in.
It's irritating. So for right now, I'm going to be sticking to the Goodwill because they're not gouging their prices. They're still more expensive, but at least they have new merchandise in. I went by one of the other Savers today, and they actually had completely empty racks in one of their stores. So I think what they are doing is they are trying to empty their stores and put new stuff out, like completely turn over their inventory, which is a possibility. Either that or they're completely rearranging the stores. But I think they're opening a different one every day here for the next like 4 or 5 days, 6 days, because 2 of them are currently open and the rest are not. But the one we went by today, they literally had like all of the women's clothes racks were empty. So they're either moving the clothes, which I don't think they would take them off the racks to do that. Because I know when I worked there, we just moved the racks. They slide easy enough. But there was like 3 or 4 whole lines of them that were just the clothes were gone. So I don't know if they're moving the clothes or if they are just getting rid of everything that they had and they're putting in fresh inventory in that store. I'm not sure. But I talked to Alex, and she says the one in Henderson is the same way. It's like half the racks are empty. And the one I went to today, half the racks were empty. They hadn't put anything new out. Right. They should have done, but they should have already done that. They should have already done that. And like you go to Goodwill and they make this announcement. They're like, for your safety and the health of our community, Goodwill will be holding all donated items for 24 hours before placing them on the sales floor. Okay, 1, what is 24 hours going to do? 2, you know that shit sits back there for 7 to 10 days. That's the turnaround process time on inventory that's brought into the store. 3, who are they kidding? Like I have taken stuff in to Goodwill and donated it because I don't usually shop there, so that's where I donate at because I don't want to look at my own stuff. And since I don't normally shop at Goodwill, I take stuff to Goodwill and I buy from Savers. So I buy from Savers, I use, and then I return it to Goodwill. But like I have taken stuff into Goodwill and dropped it off, and I was like, okay, it's been 2 weeks. I get there and my stuff is just getting put out. I'm like, what? Because you know they've got like 8 weeks worth of stuff in the back at all times. Savers gets, I want to say it's, their number is close to about 10,000 items of clothing a day through their donation program, which Savers is not a charity, it's a for-profit business that supports charity. Well, they rip charity off, but they say they support charity, but they don't. Not really. See, our Walmart closes at 7:30. I think they're now open till 8:30. But everything here has been open for over a week. Everything here opened a week ago this past Friday. So we've almost been 2 weeks now. Been almost 2 weeks that our stuff has been open, except for very limited businesses. No casinos, no casino areas within shopping stores or anything like that, retail outlets. No buffets are open. No strip clubs. No bars. And no boutique retail with an under 20 person capacity. So like little tiny boutique stores, if they have a capacity of less than 20 people in the building, they can't let them in. Now, the governor said they're allowed to open at half occupancy. So if your building normally has an occupancy of 400, you can have 200 people in the building. But most of the stores here, like the Savers, their building occupancy is 300 for the size of the space. They can have 300 people in there, but they're limiting it to 150. I'm sorry, but 150 shoppers is about 75 too many in the store, but they're limiting it to 100. So that's, at least they're trying to self-police themselves. Restaurants, I can see the half capacity on a restaurant if you're going to go and eat in a restaurant. Most of the formal dining restaurants that have opened are doing like one table, this table's empty, this table's empty, this table's empty, this table. You know, so they're like staggering them with empty tables in between. And those are the only tables they can use, which puts limited people back to work, but at least they are back to work. But like the Savers, they've been able to be open for the last almost 2 weeks. They should have deep cleaned their store and turned their inventory, and they didn't. One of the other Savers, the other Saver that is open, she did. You know she did because her whole store's been rearranged. She moved, and I know her personally, she moved everything to one side of the store. She had that whole side of the store wiped down. Then she took all of the clothes off the racks, put them on the shuffle racks, the racks that they used to stock. They wiped down all of their clothes racks, put the racks where they wanted them, then replaced all the items. I also know that she got rid of all her hard goods. She threw away all of the blenders, toasters, pots, pans, dishes, all that stuff. She threw it away. She was like, nope. She got rid of it, cleaned the shelves, moved the shelves, steam cleaned the floors. She had them power wash all of her shopping carts. Because I know, because I went by and watched. They had them all out front with a guy with a big power washer who was washing all the shopping carts. So she actually turned her store over. The other one, they didn't turn over anything. The one I went to today, they didn't turn over anything, and they still didn't clear everything off their rugs. And they didn't put anything new out either. So I don't know. Yes, on a Monday. On a Monday, I've actually been in a Savers on Monday. There's a smaller one here in town. It's literally right off the strip. It's like a half a mile off the strip. When I was the district manager for Savers, the fire marshal closed that store because that store is only about 40 feet deep and it's probably about 80 feet wide. And there was like, the occupancy in that building is supposed to be like 175, and that's like maximum. And the fire marshal came by and the line was like, they had it styled at the front and it went all the way down and around the back of the store, almost to the fitting rooms. Plus there were still people shopping the aisles, and the fire marshal went in and shut it down. And that wasn't a regular Monday sale. That was like, Savers used to only do 50% off like 4 or 5 times a year on like Labor Day, Memorial Day, President's Day, like the patriotic days. But yeah, there was a couple of times and they shut it down. I have seen them shut it down. And I have seen them stop people from going in the store. The biggest Savers here is about twice the size of your average grocery store. And it's literally, it's about 2/3 the size of a super Walmart. And I've literally seen them back people up at the door and not let them in until people leave. Because I think there's also a theory in that most of your eBay sellers and resellers and shit live here in Vegas. Seriously. Because every time I go to the post office, there are 10 or 15 people waiting in line, all with boxes with eBay tape on them. There's actually a service here called eBay Postal. It's specifically for eBay sellers. They will come to your house and pick up your eBay and take it to the post office for you. Yeah, they're everywhere, but I think a lot of them are right here in town. And I know I've bought stuff off of eBay like 3 or 4 times where I've actually just been able to meet the seller at a grocery store or a park here in town and picked it up because they live right here. Hi, Harry. No, if the dog can't eat chocolate, neither can you. And the thing is they know each other too. That's the creepy part. Like I go into the Savers and like the book resellers, you know, those guys that walk around with their cell phone and they pull out the books and go beep, beep, beep. I've actually seen them go in there and go, "Hey Joe, I got one you'll like." Like they only sell certain genres. So this book fits the other guy's things. So they're like, "Hey Joe, I got one for you." You know, really? It could happen, Harry. There's a thrift store in Bullhead City, just across the river from Laughlin. And I'm reasonably sure that the guy that runs it owns the building. And that he just basically takes whatever he can get and just dumps it in the store anywhere. It's like climbing mountains of stuff. There is so much stuff in it. I actually went in there one time with my daughter, Cassie, my youngest daughter, and I had an anxiety attack in the store. He's got wood shelves that he built that are about 10 feet high. And they are literally jam cracked. And there is no rhyme nor reason on how things are put on those shelves.
Is that place out at Boulder City?
Yes.
Yes. That place is awesome.
It's like you can go in there and they'll have like a set of wine glasses, baby clothes, a set of shoes, a fishing pole. There's no rhyme or reason for it. He just crams everything he can get into that store. And there's no prices on anything. So you're like, well, how much for this guy? And he's like, I don't know. What do you want to pay me for it? You literally have to barter the price on everything with the guy. Ugh. Oh, Lordy. All right, guys, listen, it is 11 o'clock my time. I've got a lot of work to get ready for Thursday. I still have no idea what our project's going to be. I will post it in the group when I figure it out. I'm just not sure yet what I'm going to do. We might make magnets. I'm not sure. We could make magnets. I am going to make an appointment to go get my hair cut tomorrow because I can't see myself because my hair is down past my nose. I do have some pokey tools that I've got to get packaged up. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get photographed. I've put about 10 or 15 items into the shop in the last couple of days. What else? I think that is it. So I am going to I'm going to take my lazy behind here and get some work done. That's a pretty color. I'm going to take my lazy butt, get some work done, and I will see you guys. If we have mixed media, I will see you with mixed media tomorrow. If we do not, then I will see you on Thursdays for my Thursdays at 3. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, I will see you next Tuesday for One Witch and a Crazy Lady at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7, 8, and 9 across the country. Thursdays at 3 are 3 Pacific Standard Time, 4, 5, and 6 across the country. And possibly in, Amy's live, of course, on Saturday. Until then, guys, do me a favor if you haven't done so already. Hit the red button for me, like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends because we're going to figure out what to do with this thing. Until the next time, guys, I love you guys. Stay safe. If you are by yourself, you are alone, and you need to talk, just reach out to any one of us. Anybody in the box would be more than happy to talk to you, okay? That's what we're here for. Until the next time, bye-bye.